Today we're going to one of the most iconic natural landmarks in the world. Today we're going to Niagara Falls, starting here in Toronto, and I think I found the cheapest way of getting there. But we've got to go inside Union train station to do it. I think this is my 4th visit to Toronto Union Station on the channel. We've got the Canadian, my train to New York City, and also me arriving into Toronto from here when I started this trip flying in from Wales. It really is a fantastic train haul and probably one of my favourites. Unlike all of my previous videos starting here at Union Station, this one is not on Via Rail. This one is using the Ontario Go train system, and they're a lot cheaper. The ticket that I bought for today is a specific one, and you can only buy it online apparently. It's called a weekend pass, and what that means is that for one day over a weekend, Saturday or a Sunday, or bank holidays or whatever they call them here in Canada, you get unlimited rail use on the entire Go network, all for just 10 Canadian dollars. So that's like £6 UK money. That's like unbelievably good value, and that covers all the way down to Niagara Falls, up to places like Barrie, across Kitchener, places like that. And as a tourist, Niagara Falls is the obvious one. You get the platform info exactly 15 minutes before the train, so you got absolutely stacks of time to get there. And this is it, a double-decker Go train, all the way to Niagara Falls. Naturally, I'm going upstairs. It's fairly basic on board, but you've got to remember that this is light rail, local rail, so it doesn't need the same facilities. And by that I just mean that these trains don't have any power outlets or any frills like that. But it does have free Wi-Fi apparently. Right then, just getting ready to leave. This train is very full, which is a really good sign. Shows that it's really popular, but as I'm talking, we have just left and we're on our way. You know what, this has been pretty good for $10 round trip. Train's fairly nice, fairly comfy, only takes 2 hours. It's pretty good. And just like that, welcome to Niagara Falls. The only downside with this is that the Niagara Falls train station is not that close to the falls. It's about a 25-minute walk by the looks of it, or you can get an Uber or buses or whatever. I am going to opt for a bus. Instead of waiting in that massive queue inside, I decided to come outside and buy my ticket on my phone. It cost me 16 Canadian, so like £8, and that is 24 hours on these WeGo buses. Basically, it'll take me down to the falls and back up for my train later. Pretty good. And there's like 3 buses waiting here. This bus is what I would call a standard public bus. Welcome to Niagara Falls properly. It doesn't take too long on the bus, maybe like 15 minutes from the station down to here. Probably could have walked it, probably should have walked it, but it's just easier on the bus sometimes, isn't it? So with that being said, welcome to Niagara Falls. Isn't it absolutely incredible? It's worth mentioning that you will get pretty soaked here, so maybe don't wear anything that's your best, especially if you go down on one of the boats. there's quite a lot of like activities you can do here. So one of the biggies is just behind me. It's called Journey Behind the Falls, and you basically go like you basically like go into the sort of cliff. Like I'll show you where now. Like sort of like halfway down there, and you end up behind the falls.
And when I was here before, I actually did this when I came to Canada for the first time ever. Obviously it was winter and it was very much a different experience. I'm actually very glad that I've now experienced it in both extreme seasons, because they're very, very different.
Obviously one of the other biggies is on the boats,
the city cruises. I believe the Canadians get red ponchos and the Americans get blue.
And then one of the other big things is there's a tower called the Skylon Tower, and from there you get even more of like an aerial view of the falls, and that is like basically in front of me.
I don't think I actually need to talk for half of this video.
It is just unbelievable. I can't help stop every like 10 meters I walk just to get a different angle of it. Isn't it mental that people used to go over this in a barrel? The things people would do before the internet for entertainment, man. Honestly, man-made wonders are obviously fantastic. Places like the pyramids, the Colosseum, like they're unbelievable. But there's something special about natural wonders that just top it. It's just breathtaking, man. Well, this entire trip has been taken during the World Cup, and they've even got a fan zone here at Niagara Falls. So if you get fed up looking at one of the most spectacular natural wonders, you can watch Belgium against Iran. It's full as well, there's loads of people watching it. That's really funny. Anyway, walking up here, I'm gonna see if I can get myself on a boat trip, I think. Might as well make the most of it while I'm here.
Will be pretty spectacular.
I probably should have booked one online, but wasn't sure what train down here I was going to get this morning. Yeah, let's see if they've got availability. If they haven't got availability, I'll be gutted, really.
The further up you go, the better view of the American Falls you get.
Obviously, they're called the American Falls because they are situated in America. The border is halfway across the water there.
Okay, right. At the boats now, it costs 48 Canadian, so that's like 25 quid.
There's a load of self-service ticket machines to buy tickets on, so that's pretty good.
Cool. Awesome. We can do it like now. That's pretty handy. There we go. So it ended up being 54 Canadian in total, which is still excellent value. The only negative is that there are no lockers or anything to put my bag in, so I'm just gonna have to put my poncho over the top of it, but I'm sure it'll fit. Anyway, very, very exciting. Real like bucket list this is, isn't it? Here we go, fully kitted up in a poncho, ready to go. Very, very excited. It is rammed on here, fair play.
Pretty cool angle of the Rainbow Bridge here. It's the border between the USA and Canada. And of the American Falls.
Well, the second we've left, it's got a little bit windy. Time for the poncho to be fully on. The spray is starting. I can't describe to you how absolutely soaked I am. There's a reason they give these ponchos out. Honestly, it's like a childlike joy. It's unbelievable. I think everyone's feeling the same. It's unbelievable, this. Worth every, well, it'd be worth quadruple the money.
Here's the journey behind the falls there.
It's such a good job that this GoPro's waterproof, otherwise it would be ruined. I'm getting absolutely soaked. Oh, yeah. That's unbelievable. I'm absolutely soaked, and so you should be. It's Niagara Falls. If you don't get soaked, you're not doing it right. I think I may have to sit in the sun for a bit to dry off after this, especially my left leg. It was my clever idea to wear jeans on a day I was coming to Niagara Falls. Stupid me.
And just like that, we're back where we started.
Honestly, top 3 travel experience ever that was. That was unbelievable. The only feeling I would describe it to is like when you're a kid and you've had a mad water fight, and then afterwards you're all sat there and you're like, what do we do now? Dry off is the answer. But it was really fun. I'm dried out mostly, not quite, but it'll be alright. We'll check out a bit of Niagara Falls, the actual city, next. So if you're not interested in that, turn off, that's fine. No need to leave me a negative comment or dislike. If you don't want to watch the town bit, then don't. But yeah, I'm gonna head there now, I'm gonna have a wander around, get some food, and then head back to Toronto in a couple of hours.
Oh, it's time to go.
So this is Clifton Hill. This is the part of the town that some people call tacky. And yeah, it's not to everyone's taste, put it that way. But if you're here for a couple of days and you've got your kids, then some arcades or maybe a rainforest cafe might come in handy. Well, like I said, it's not to everyone's taste, and some people, including me, think it's a bit tacky, but you can't say it's not popular. There is as many people here as there were down at the falls, I think. There's a ton of people here. But yeah, it's not really my thing, if I'm honest with you. Feels a bit weird that you're here for a natural wonder of the world, and yet there's a ton of arcades and man-made stuff and casinos.
Big casino there as well.
Do you know what I mean? The two don't really go hand in hand. It's not something I'm gonna excitedly do for the next couple of hours. So we'll leave this video here. I just wanted to bring you up here to show you that there's another side to the town that's not just the falls themselves. I hope you enjoyed this little day trip. All I'm going to do now is grab something to eat, sit somewhere for a little bit, and take the train back into Toronto later. That's about it.
And for those of you who like a cost breakdown, all in all, this day trip from Toronto cost me just over 90 Canadian dollars, so just under 50 British pounds. A bargain, in my opinion.
So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.